For problem number 1, it says find the value of x. What are we going to do to find x? Butterfly, which is
X of 15.
Cross multiplication. I'm going to multiply 15 times x. And then 5 times 6. I am perfectly okay with you not showing that first step and you going straight here if you want. I'm not talking over y'all all class period.
You're sick?
No, I'm perfectly fine. You sound sick. I do. Alright. How do I get x by itself? Divide by 15. And then what is 30 divided by 15?
3.
2 is my answer. Do I have any questions about cross multiplication? You have a quiz tomorrow at the end of class, and you'll have a couple questions over that. Next, Lisa is 5 feet tall, so let me draw our lovely Lisa right here.
Why is she a triangle? She's a Dorito.
She's wearing a dress today. So she's 5 feet tall, and she casts a shadow that is 3 feet. Next, because I'm lazy, she walks by a lamppost, so a little light there, that casts a shadow of 6 feet.
How's the lamppost shorter?
Well, I'm just drawing. It's not. That's the point. It's just a drawing. Remember, we don't trust pictures. We always go by the numbers. How can I figure out the height of the lamppost?
Bro, miss, think about it. You don't gotta draw those.
Okay, so hold on. Pause. Let's talk about that. Last period, somebody said the same thing. They said, Miss Olivares, I don't got to do all that work because when I look at this, I can see what's happening from 3 to 6.
And then multiply by 2.
It's multiplying by 2. So how can I get from 5 to x?
Multiply by 2.
So what's x? I love that. Can you do that? Shh. Again, if I'm talking, you shouldn't be unless you're answering my questions. I love that, and I'm about it. Would this satisfy as work for me, and would I be okay with this? Yeah. It makes sense mathematically. It works. However, I don't want you to, not that I don't want you to always use this, but will you always be able to do this? No, it's not always going to be this pretty. So that's why I'm still right now going to show you setting up the proportion, because will setting up the proportion always work? Yes. So doing what we just did right there and multiplying by 2 because it works will not always work. So I can still cross multiply and I get 3x equals, what's 5 times 6 again? 30. How do I get x by itself? Divide by 3. And what is 30 divided by 3? 10 feet. Please write one of these methods down. You have to have something or else you don't get credit. And you don't have to draw the picture. You could easily just put a line and a line for the person in the shadow. I just like to draw pictures. Alright, put your warm-up away and get out the notes from today that you picked up and fold them like a book, please. It's beautiful. 2 people. I was like, you're a twin? Oh. Okay, hold on, let me teach. Alright. If 2 angles of one triangle are, what did we talk about for similarity? What do we know the angles have to be?
Similar.
No.
Double A.
Angles have to be what? Congruent. So, oh, by the way, I just went in without saying anything. Before Thanksgiving break, we learned about congruency, right? And do y'all remember doing this little chart to figure out which ones were congruent or not congruent?
Yeah.
With similar, we don't have to do all this. I'm just going to tell you. Can you stop, please? I'm just going to tell you these are the 3 ones that you will need to prove triangle similar. AA similarity, SAS similarity, and SSS similarity. All right? So, I'm going to go through and do each one with you. And then after we're done with these notes, you have a worksheet to do. Okay? For AA similarity, you need 2 angles congruent, and then you know they're similar. Why do you not need all 3? But why do we not need all 3 similar?
Because if 2 are congruent, then the third one is automatically congruent.
Why, if 2 are congruent, then the third is automatically congruent?
Because they all have to equal.
They all have to equal how many degrees?
180.
180. Now, that what you said works for equilateral triangle. They're not all going to be equilateral, though. So let me say that again. On a triangle, if 2 of the angles are congruent, do you agree I could add these together to find the third angle?
Yeah.
And if these are the same, won't I get the same answer there? That's why you only need 2 angles. You don't have to do the work for the third. Okay? So, are these 2 triangles similar? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why?
Because they have 2 congruent angles.
Do they have a congruent angle up top with 62? And they also have a congruent angle with 47. So, this answer is yes by A. And instead of writing similarity, I'm going to write the little symbol. You have to have the symbol or I will count off a point each time. It is not angle, it's angle similarity. Then it says, write a similarity statement. A similarity statement looks like this. Triangle ABC is similar to what triangle? What goes with A?
B.
What goes with B? And what goes with C? So ABC is similar to DEF. Are they congruent? Are they the same size?
No.
No. But they're the same shape, so they're similar. What questions do I have about angle?
Nothing.
I see a couple people writing, so I'm going to wait. Slide on over. Example 2. Are these 2 triangles similar? What do I see right off the bat?
BA.
22 and 22. That's one of them. Is there another?
Yes. The vertical angle.
We have vertical angles. This is a bow tie, so we can add in the vertical angles. Do I have 2 sets of angles that are congruent?
Yes.
Yes. So this is yes by AA similarity. Triangle JKH. What goes with J? Why F and not G? G's up top.
Because it not have a.
It doesn't have the 22. What has nothing with it?
F.
F. What goes with K? G. And if you need to, do your chart. And what goes with H? H. If you would like to do your chart, you can do that as well. I want to make a note about this. This picture has something extra in it that is important.
Triangles.
It has these little arrows.
Triangles.
What do these little arrows in the middle of the line mean? Not congruent. That would be tick marks. Parallel. These little arrows right here mean they are parallel. If you have parallel lines, y'all listen. If you have parallel lines with the bow tie, with the vertical angles, it's always going to be AA similar. Why? Do y'all remember way back when, before the beginning of October, when I taught you something with parallel lines and a transversal?
Oh, that's the
And do you remember when we had alternate interior angles, they were congruent? That is what these 22s are. Look up real quick. I can extend this and turn it sideways. These are AIA. So even if they didn't have 22 there, they have the parallel lines. They're congruent, or those alternate interior angles are congruent. So that works.
That's cool.
It is cool. That is all we're going to do with AIA. Do I have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, close your notes. I'm going to skip the middle one for now. I want to go to SSS, so make sure you're on the bottom, please. What do we think SSS similarity means?
All the sides are the same.
All the sides are not going to be the same because that would be congruent. But what do all three sides need to be? Similar. There was another word we used on our notes the other day. It's a word we talked about all day yesterday. All the sides have to be proportional. Please write that on the SSS blank. All three sides have to be proportional. Meaning, whenever you multiply them, you have to multiply all three sides by the same thing. Okay? Please open your notes. I want you to look at your notes real quick. Make sure you are on example 5, not example 3. Is everybody on the bottom, example 5? Go to the bottom. We're on example 5. We skipped some. All right. For SSS, in order to prove these similar, how do I know which ones go together? You are going to do the smallest with the smallest. The middle number with the middle number and the biggest number with the biggest. First of all, this one's going to be old. This one's going to be new. And you are going to divide to see if they're proportional. So, what is my smallest number on my old triangle? Everybody circle 6. What is my smallest number on my new triangle? 14. And I'm going to do new over old. 14 over 6. And we'll come back to that. Next, I'm going to box the next ones. Y'all, please box the next one so you know there's a difference. What is the middle number on both triangles?
9 and 21.
9 and 21. Do you see how if you don't do this, you might put 9 with 28? That's not right. You have to go in order of the numbers. So I'm going to do new over old. Last but not least, my biggest number on the triangles, I'm going to underline. And again, new over old. And now what am I going to do to see if these are proportional? I am going to divide them. So I'm going to divide 14 divided by 6, 21 divided by 9, and 28 divided by 12. What do I get for all of them? Do I get the same number? 7 over 3, 7 over 3. They all reduce to 7 over 3. So, are these proportional? So, are these triangles similar? Yes, by SSS similarity. Don't forget that squiggly. Yes, by SSS, or I'll count off a point. What is MAC similar to? MAC. Be careful. What's the same as M? What's the same as M? Why O? Do you see how M has the circle and the line? What's in between the circle and line? Okay, be careful because a lot of people see M, they want to put D with it. Is that right? Another thing you can do is M-A-C. If you do those three letters in that order, you go through the circle and the box. What would you do to go from the circle to the box? O-D-N. Again, if you need to, do your chart to make sure you do that correct. I want you to do example 6 on your own. Just set up the ratios, the dividing. What was your smallest on the old triangle? 7. And your smallest on the new triangle? So did you do 21 over 7? Alright, what is my middle number on the old? 12. And my middle number on the new? 30. So 30 over 12. And last but not least, 45 over 15. When I put these in the calculator, I'm going to get 21 over 7, 30 over 12, and 45 over 15. I get 3, 5 over 2, and 3. Are these triangles similar?
No.
Why not? Are all of them all the same?
No.
So are they proportional?
No.
So you're just going to write
Not
similar and be done with it. You don't have to add anything extra.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Good.
For SSS, the key is make sure you're going in order on both triangles from smallest to largest. That'll mess you up if you don't. Okay? Alright, last one. Close your notes when you're ready. SAS similar. What does SAS stand for? But what does it stand for?
Side angle side.
Side angle side. And what's special about the angle? It's in the middle. What do we know about angles for similar triangles? They have to be... This is like mixing both of them together. Angles have to be what? No. Congruent. That's the second blank, by the way. Your angles need to be congruent. What about your sides? What do your sides have to be? Proportional. So, sides need to be proportional. Angle needs to be congruent and in the middle. If your angle's not in the middle and if it's not congruent, bam, doesn't work. Okay? Open up your notes when you're ready. We have 2 examples to do, and then I'll be done. Alright, number 3. Looking at number 3, what pops out at you right away?
The 6 and 100.
Oh, that's not what pops out at me. 70. Do they both have the same angle? Is it in the middle? Cool. Put a check. Next, what do I got to do with my sides? See if they're proportional. So I'm going to mark this old, mark this new, and I'm going to divide. How do I know which side goes with which?
The smaller number with the smaller number.
The smaller number with the smaller number. So I'm going to do 6 over 10 and 9 over 15. And I'm going to put those in my calculator. What is 6 divided by 10? What is 9 over 15? Are they the same? Yep. So are these triangles similar?
Yeah.
Why?
They're the same.
Give me by what? By SAS similarity. And I have a cow here. Y'all see my cow? What is cow similar to? No. Cow, what's C C goes with M. What does O go with? T. So be careful. Don't just try to make words. Order matters. O goes with T. W goes with A. You do example 4 on your own. Go. That is a 9.
How do you know the
New over old?
no the triangle?
It doesn't matter how you start it. If I don't give you the starting, you can do any order you want.
Okay.
Just as long as the corresponding ones go together. Are these similar?
Yes.
Yes. Did you divide the sides? Did y'all get 3 over 2?
Yeah.
So yes by what? And what I was just telling Jonathan is he goes, how do I know which ones to start off with? It really doesn't matter. You all could do different ones. You could do MLN, MNL, like it doesn't matter. What matters is your second statement needs to make sure everything corresponds. I'm going to do MNL. What goes with M? P. What goes with N? R. Are you saying what to me or what to somebody else? What goes with L? Q. Write this down, please. We are gluing on page 33. Glue on page 33. Can I change this? Y'all got that down? Alright, right here. Glue on page 33. You should have glue on the floor or around your paper. How about we do this real quick, please? Glue, glue, glue. Let me finish what I'm doing and then I'll let you go. Remind me, okay? What? Give me a minute because I'm not done. I got to give you a paper to do. Yes, 33. Glue on 33. Is it not good? No. Not right now. Let me finish, and then you're in line. I told you I don't have worksheet. Glue on 33. Denise, you can pass your glue back, please. These are answers. Should I give you one? Give it to me. What is first period? I don't know if you want these answers. It's first period. No, it's first period. Alright. Before I have you just go off and do this worksheet on your own, a couple of things I want to talk about.
Oh, Michael, why are you using all that glue? You can just do $3 in coins.
And acorn and big corn.
I hate people.
Yeah. You come in here.
Why do they? Yeah,
Well, I'm going to go, yeah. So I'm going to go over the top with you real quick just because I had a lot of questions about the numbers. They're really hard to read. If you don't pay attention right now, you're going to end up doing more than you have to. So, shh, be quiet, listen. All right. Number one, do you agree has all sides? Okay, what side is the smallest on each? On the top, what's my smallest side? Okay, so be careful. 5 is the smallest here. This is actually 12.5. So that one, that's why I wanted to do it with you, because y'all, it's hard to see that. So I'm going to end up doing 12.5 over 5. What is my middle number for both of them? 6 and 15. So I'm going to do 15 over 6. New over old. And then last but not least, 20 over 8. Yeah, first period we did 125 and I was like, that's not right. And then I'm just going to divide these numbers real quick. So let's see. What is 12.5 divided by 5? What is 15 over 6? And by the way, always check all of them because one of them might be messed up and it might be the last one. But what do we get for all of them?
5 over 2.
Are these similar?
Yes.
Why?
SSS.
So I'm going to say SSS similarity. And that's all you have to do. Not for all of them. Okay. What about number 2? What about it? Both of these are 16. Both of these are 16. What do you know about number 2 right off the bat?
There's 2 different numbers on the other side. And it's a vertical angle.
It has vertical angles, so I have the angle in the middle. And then now I need to divide. Since these are the same, I'm just going to circle one of them as my smallest. And my smallest. What is 16 divided by 39? I think it's just 16 over 39. Let's check this out.
Couldn't we already say no though because there's 2 different numbers?
I mean, I agree, but I'm just proving it. I agree with what you're saying. And then 16 over 40. Do y'all agree these are not the same? Yeah, and you're right. If 2 of them are the same, can you have 2 different numbers on that one? So you're just going to write not similar on that. How can you have an isosceles on one but not an isosceles on the other? I agree.
Wait, how do you know it's the new one?
What?
How do you know it's the new one?
How do I know it's what?
The new one.
On these you're not. I just label the first one I see and the second one. But as you get to like these down here, it's going to tell you old and like it'll tell you.
Well,
Yeah, on the back.
On these, the bottom ones,
Yeah.
there are in the middle, does it tell us which ones are new nodes?
Huh?
Like on the rest?
Hold on. Let me get through this and then I'll talk about it. Okay. Next one. Number 3. What do you notice? Vertical angles. What else do you notice?
Parallel.
What did we say happens when you have parallel lines? Remember those corner angles are AIA?
Yeah.
What is this?
Angle.
This is angle similarity. That will always happen if there's vertical angles and parallel lines. So look at number 4.
Angle similar.
It's the same thing. I have vertical angles. I have parallel lines. It is angle similar. What you are now going to do is go off and do only 7 problems. Are you ready to listen to what those 7 problems are?
Yeah.
Okay. You are doing 6, 7, and 8. Please do 6, 7, and 8. Hold on. You are doing 9 and 11. 5 problems on the front. Do you need to do 13? Do you need to do 12? No. If I didn't circle them right now, you're not doing them.
Yes.
Does everybody have these 5 problems circled?
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. Turn the paper over. Choose 2 on the back, and then you're done.
Which of these is one?
So, it all depends on what you like to do. Probably for me, most kids have been doing 15 and 16, but choose 2. I don't care. 2 on the back, do the 5 on the front, then you're done for today.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.